Alright, real quick before we get into the chapter, Mozu, canonically, is from like a gatherer tribe. She's really good at gathering, so she gathered a bunch of shit for us.
That's quite a lot of food and gems.
Yeah, and the gathering continues, because she also got us a rubber bow.
Yay!
Oh, thanks, Arthur.
Hey, a meat that we can't carry.
Thanks, Elise.
It's like in the really old Oregon Trail games where you go hunting and kill 300 deer and they only let you take like 4 of them back.
I think this is just proof that Mozu is the best character on my team, because I talked to 4 people and the only one who even gave me something I could use was Mozu. Anyway, let's go on a date with our butler. / maid lady.
/ bow knight ranger, whatever they prefer to call them in this game.
I think it's bow knight. Anyway,
Okay.
we will be right back with the introduction to the video. Bye-bye! Hi, this is Danny Doyle, joined by Jacob again, and I am playing my Fire Emblem Fates Conquest Heartseal Reversal run. We have benched Silas. He was just very disappointing. And I had to bench someone, and it wasn't gonna be Mozu or Rolf.
Mozu, more like Bozu.
One quick thing that I'm doing in preps before. Oh no, Bozu's how you want to do Mozu anyway. Bozu's good. Fucking like I said, Archer is where you want to be in Fates, and like even if you don't ever use Mozu in combat, like when I eventually 0% growth the various Fates games, just having her pass out Archer to a bunch of people is going to be a useful enough contribution for
You get
her.
Archer. You get Archer.
Yeah, I mean, fucking quick draw good. Like, look at this skill. What else is good is the boots that you get from...
Hey, we're wearing Shura leather.
Yeah. Nobody telling. I am giving Rolf the 2 boots that you get from the path bonus to give him 7 move.
He's the best unit.
So that I can cheese the gimmick where you're supposed to have to rush to get 3 villages, and this one gets captured on turn 1, but I'm just gonna free staff this fucker.
You could say they were rushing to get 3 houses. Fates did it first? ? Why do you keep inviting me back again?
No comment. I do want to point out the two portraited characters. We got Dark Knight Flora. Thank God there's no fucking double freeze staff, bitch.
Freeze staff is the most awful part of this chapter.
It's so horrid.
Especially because I think her freeze range overlaps with those fighters, so you can't pull the fighters without getting into freeze range. It's so obnoxious.
And I think on hard and Lunatic she has 2 freeze staves. I know at the very least on Lunatic she does, and I think on hard she also has 2. So she's gonna be a lot less of an issue. Plus, like, 15 strength. 15 strength Dark Knight. You love to see it.
Steel Kukri.
Yeah, my beloved.
I'm assuming that's how you say that.
Kukri, yeah.
Kukri. It's the stubby looking sword thing.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny that both of them got horses.
Kilma doesn't have a horse. He just got Kukris.
No, I mean Flora and Felicia both got horses.
Oh yeah, Jacob also gets horses.
He's still got his wings.
He's got his fucking sorcerer wings, yeah. And also, you were pointing this out earlier off camera. Why does he not have armor on in the everlasting winter?
He's just got his chest out exposed to everyone. Maybe he's just used to it. Maybe
you know what this is? He's protesting the unrealistic armor design that female characters get in MMOs. So he's wearing unrealistic, only cover the nipples armor in solidarity.
Or the cold just doesn't bother him anyways.
Oh, is that a thing? The Ice Tribe has, like, immunity to cold?
I don't know. They never talk about these tribes in the story.
I do appreciate Felicia being the ice tribe because it means we get those cool little snowflake effects every time she one-rounds someone with an iron bow.
Yeah, like, it's neat, but, like, this village shows up in this chapter, and then it's never brought up again. I don't even think, like, Rinka's part of a tribe, but I don't even think you learn anything about it except for a couple supports.
Yeah, it's like the fire tribe. And all of her attacks give, like, the flame effect that you never see because Rinka's trash.
And then Fuga, Mr. Wild Ride, has, like, the wind effects on his attacks.
Does he? I've literally never used Fuga.
Yeah, he has, like, a little, wind effect. Whenever he hits someone, there's, like, a cool little wind effect. It's really cool. But yeah, these tribes are, like, brought up for a chapter, and then it's like they don't exist anymore.
It's the Wind tribe, the Ice tribe, and the Fire tribe.
No Earth tribe, sadly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why don't we just go with the Water, Fire, and Grass for Pokemon starter tribes?
Oh, so we have Felicia, the Ice starter.
Yeah, we get Felicia, the Ice starter. Jacob is... What the fuck? Is Jacob part of the tribe? He's not part of Ice tribe, is he? He doesn't get the snow effects.
He's not. No, he's not. It's just the two sisters.
And then Lilith is the Dragon tribe, I guess.
Wouldn't Rolf technically be water because there's like all the water effects whenever they attack as a dragon?
Rolf's not becoming a dragon again. Sorry. Maybe Kana can use dragon stones and shit.
We have reclassed our starter from a water type into a bow type.
Yeah, I need to keep the bow brigade going. I need all these bow units, not Arthur, but Bozu, Felicia, Rolf. Look at these! Look at these monsters.
I really hope we call her that for the rest of the run. I love that.
Bozu?
We need to make a forge for that, okay? I will be so happy.
Bozu's a normal thing. Everyone says Bozu. I mean, I'm probably gonna make her a forge. Yeah, everyone says Bozu. Did you not? Have you not heard Bozu before?
I've never heard anyone say Bozu before. I thought I was being funny.
I'll let you have it, Jacob. You invented a new word. You invented Bozu. Nobody has ever said Bozu before. Don't Google it.
If you're not gonna let me be funny, I'll be cringe instead.
For posterity, I feel the need to say that this video was recorded in 1996, so nobody said Mozu or Bozu before. Jacob invented it. Anyway, I wanted to do those preps on camera, specifically giving Rolf the boots because I knew I would forget otherwise. But we will be right back with the actual chapter clear. So, toodaloo!
Bye-bye!
Alright, so, time to get rid of Kilma.
The guy that shows up in only this chapter and we'll never have to see or hear from ever again.
Also, I love how Silas said careful out there because he's on the bench. So, it to me is like, he's like, oh, I'll stay back, you be careful out there. It's kind of adorable.
I'll be cheering you guys on. I really like being able to pair up before you start a chapter. It really helps your foot units get a lot of extra movement in the first turn. You can, assuming you don't need them on one.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can kind of do that in Awakening. It just becomes, like, annoying placing people around. Because, like, you can use a unit's first action to hide them inside, and then you just have to, like, figure out, like... And it gets annoying if you're, like, planning a specific clear. It gets just kind of annoying.
Here they are.
Yeah, here's Odin and Niles. In case like people aren't familiar with why I froze like this generic guy. The goal of the map is kill Kilma, but the side objective and what really you should focus on is the main objective because it's very important to get maximum gold. Visiting 3 out of 5 of these villages get you the most gold you can. You don't actually want to visit more than that. So the villagers, the Lancers specifically, are, like, there's this one, and there might be a third on Lunatic. I know there's not on Hard, though. No, I think it's actually just those 2.
I think the leftmost one might start closer to the village on Lunatic, because I really remember him reaching that village on a much earlier turn.
Yeah, you really are under a lot of pressure to start charging across the lake very quickly. But,
which is good. I like when a map gives you pressure and makes you play fast.
If the Lancers visit the village, then the village closes its gates to you and a bunch of enemies spawn. Since there's no reward for getting more than 3, you typically want to sacrifice 2 villages. This one gets taken on turn 1, and the only way that you can stop it is having a 7-move unit from Corrin's space, which means either heart-sealing Corrin into a class like Cavalier, or giving him both pairs of the route split boots. And so I chose to do the route split boots in order to get Effie to the, or not Effie, it would be Elise normally, but to this square where she can freeze that guy. I'm sacrificing these 2 not only because it doesn't give me a reward, but the reinforcements that spawn there are just more experience and
yeah, that totally makes sense. If you're not going to gain anything, if you're not going to gain any money from a 4th village, then why visit it? Why not just get the experience from it?
I also want to touch on some people suggested pairings in the time between our last recording session and this one, because I put up a request for pairings. So there was a lot of competition for Mozu, for Azura, and for Arthur. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to make everyone happy. I do actually kind of someone suggested Arthur Mozu, and I kind of like that pairing, just because they both join relatively early, so I should be able to get it quickly, and I like Percy, and being able to give quick draw to Percy will make him a lot better. I think he's probably going to be a hero. I don't quite know how the Heartseal stuff is going to work with the kids, because on the one hand, so Percy's base class in the vanilla game is Wyvern, and his Heartseal class that he gets from Arthur is Fighter. So you would think, going off of those rules, that he starts as a Fighter because that's his Heartseal class. However, with Arthur as his dad, Arthur would pass down Cavalier? So I don't know if they just manually replaced Percy's class with Fighter, even though that wouldn't be part of his Heartseal line with this Arthur, since Arthur wouldn't pass down Fighter, he'd pass down Cavalier. I've been thinking about this for a while and trying to figure out okay, what is Percy's base class going to be? And then more importantly, what is he going to get from Arthur? Because is he going to get Cavalier since Arthur is a Cavalier? Or is he going to get Wyvern since the way that this ROM has been hacked causes them to reverse their 2 classes? And then if he gets Wyvern, is his base going to be Cavalier? So I don't know what's going on with them, but either way I like Percy. And I think Percy and Arthur are very fun as characters and I want to use them both. So giving him quick draw is good.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure out as we get there. We'll figure out what happens.
Also, because Arthur's the hero, I'm gonna have him save the village.
Oh, here we go. Oh, never mind.
Wait, okay. Attack.
I was excited for Felicia getting a kill.
No. I want to get this with Mozu. Oh, nope. She definitely fucking kills.
We can use...
How do you...
Oh, yeah, there's those guys, I guess. We do have a weapon that's really good at chipping, though.
Oh, we do.
Oh, perfect kill. Look at that.
Rubber Bow actually can crit, too. It has the 4% crit chance, so we're just going to go with the Bronze Bow instead.
We'll get to use it eventually. Well, then again, we would use the Rubber Bow to actually kill something.
Oh, yeah, you know I'm going to disrespect someone with the... Oh my god. You know what I just decided? That I've reserved the right to change my mind on, but I'm probably not going to?
Who are we killing with it?
Ryoma.
Ooh. Oh, what does Ryoma Oh, he reclasses into a flyer!
Yeah, he's a fucking Pegasus Knight. Or Falcon Knight, I guess.
Triangle and... effective damage. Yes. Yes, please. So now we all have something we can really look forward to.
I think what we do is I want to.
If you
I wanted to separate out
Corin,
Effie, but I also she's giving Corin resistance for these mages, so I think instead
if you pull Effie away, they're gonna
dual strike
what is it called? They're gonna dual strike him.
So
Conquest
I think
AI does some really cool stuff.
I equip the violin bow and rally them. And now the people who I've sort of avoided talking about, Odin and Niles. One other pairing that got suggested that I immediately was like, slam dunk, yes. Someone suggested Niles Camilla. I don't know if they meant it as a joke or if he thought, they thought that, it was unironically a good pairing, but I think it's going to unironically be a good pairing in this setting. I have not tried it in vanilla, so it might be good in vanilla, it might be bad in vanilla. In this setting, Niles is Dark Mage and Camilla is a Dark Knight, and like you want two magical units to support each other. Sophie is going to be, again, I'm guessing based on how the mechanics work, but if I'm correct, Sophie will also be a Dark Mage. So she'll sort of fill the role that Ophelia does when you marry Odin to like Nyx or Elise, where she just gets bonkers magic, and she'll be like my high magic Nosferatu tank. Or not Sophie. What's her name? Niles' kid.
I think Nina is.
Nina, yes. Kid. Sophie's Silas's kid. Sophie, I love using in vanilla. I killed the final boss of Birthright with Sophie, but Silas has just been so disappointing. Although honestly, he might be better than Odin, which I feel bad because everyone loves Odin. But, like, I don't like Samurai as a class. I feel like it's best when you just dip in for Vantage. Odin's going to be doing some work this chapter, but it's probably about it.
Yeah, Odin, he's fun. I love that he's such a memey, over-the-top character, but I mostly just love hearing him scream quotes whenever he does crits or does literally anything.
He's also like Owain is even though I don't use Owain that much in Awakening, I think that the best Awakening characters are the ones where Awakening acknowledges that it's goofy and stupid. And Owain does that like really fucking well.
The Dark Mage outfits in this game make me laugh so much. I always thought they're super goofy looking.
I like how Odin, his Dark Mage outfit, I don't know if it starts out ripped or if it gets ripped as he's dealt damage, but I like that aspect.
Oh, that's right. We haven't really shown off the clothes ripping mechanic in this game, or we haven't talked about it, I guess. It's the most important part of the game.
I guess it's not really that ripped.
Yeah, the clothes ripping thing, if I remember correctly, if you take your full HP of damage throughout a chapter, it tears them a bit, and then whenever you take like 3 times or 4 times your total HP as damage throughout a chapter, then they tear off like even more to the point where they're like almost naked. Not quite like if you use like the raider weapons on them, but like for example, like a Great Knight's horse will have absolutely no armor on it. It's so funny looking.
Oh, nice dodge. I mean, that doesn't make her any more survivable. I think she still needs a heal.
So difficult to deal with.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna...
Oh yeah, that guy.
So we're gonna have Elise there.
I guess we'll also acknowledge that there's a dragon vein in this chapter.
Oh yeah, if you're not doing the free staff cheese, the dragon vein is sort of what you want to do because you're charging over to get these villages before the spearman gets there, and the dragon fighter like freezes this, like or rather it melts the lake so that no one can walk on it unless they have like water walking, which I don't know that any of these units do.
I mostly find it nice for baiting out the freeze staff, so you can put people in her range and in range of the fighters, but you can freeze the lake so the fighters can catch them.
Oh, that's smart. It is only one-time use, though. Some Dragon Veins are like multiple use. This is the only one on the map, and it's one-time use.
Is there another one on the other side of the lake? I thought there was a second one on the other side of the lake.
There?
Maybe that's in.
Oh no, there is. You're right.
Yeah, there's a second one. So I'll use it to bait out the freeze staff a little bit.
Yeah.
If I have the turns to do it.
I want to get the Mozu dual strike, even though she won't attack, just to build. I think it builds extra support if you select them to be your dual strike.
I think so.
And Arthur and Mozu, I do want to get them married, just because someone suggested that, but they're not going to be like spending a ton of time together next chapter, because I feel like Mozu's going to have a different pair-up partner next chapter.
Next one's the chapter we get Azura back, right?
Yes. I mean, do you have any guesses as to who it's going to be?
Not quite.
Find out when we get there, I guess. I mean, it's someone you wouldn't normally pair Mozu with, I don't think. But,
Disappointing.
There we go. Niles
I also
kills.
can't wait for us to start capturing things with Niles.
Oh yeah, you know the next
God.
building I'm building is jail, right?
Yeah, we gotta start capturing things and people.
And I think that also might be my solution to, if I do end up reclassing Effie, I think that my solution might be capture. I think there's some Shrine Maidens in Fort Dragonfall, and so I can capture one of them. I only have 2 jail slots, so I have to capture Hitaka with one of them, but
It's a shame that in the harder difficulties, capturing gets better because you have like enemies with tons of skills, and all enemies have maxed out weapon ranks in Lunatic. So you can, if you capture, like, I think the easiest way to use the Bifrost staff is you capture a maid in the late game, since they'll have S-rank staves.
yeah. Although honestly, the Bifrost or Bifrost or whatever it's called staff, I don't think is especially good because let's see, separate.
But that's just an example. Like, if you can capture anyone for staff utility, or you capture like a Master of Arms, so they'll have a whole bunch of weapon ranks, or weird stuff like that.
My big problem with the Bifrost staff is that it has to be. You don't get to choose. It's not like Valkyrie and FE4. You don't get to choose who gets it. Ooh, the mage isn't gonna kill Arthur, is he?
I mean, if he pairs up with the fighter's gonna do at least 6 damage.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Arthur.
If the
Arthur dodge.
Fighter miss. Oh, first death.
I forgot the mage. Okay. Yeah, we'll be right back. Alright, so we're sort of back where we were.
Yeah, this looks right.
I think... Because, like, so this is where Arthur
I think their ranges overlap.
They do. I think they
Conquest
sort of
does that a
perfectly
lot.
Oh, no. Up here... Okay, so the...
So,
this,
turn off the fighter
like,
on
where the
turn.
village is, so what I could do is next turn have Arthur go up there. And then he can just bait
turn off that fighter. Turn off that fighter's range. Okay, so you can move up into, like, one of
like
those.
Arthur does just barely reach. Okay. So
all you have to do is just give him, like, 2 or 3 spaces closer, and he'll be able to make it.
I think that I'm gonna attack with Mozu from up here for support point purposes. Because, like I said, she's not going... Like, she's gonna spend some time with Arthur next chapter, but she's gotta start working on another support as well. Because you know that Mozu's just, like, coming to endgame.
Now that I think about it, it has to be a female unit so she can pass Archer to them.
No?
So I know you mentioned that's like the best thing Mozu does in the whole game.
We will separate out. I think that, like, he's smart enough to attack Arthur instead of Elise, so Lily's poise will activate.
I think the Dark Mage is also smart enough to move in to provide the backup attack. Or maybe that's only Lunatic.
But
even
with the Dual Strike, I think Arthur survives, because Dual Strike is half damage. And he only died because he got hit by the full damage of both and the Fighter Dual Strike.
Yeah, he got hit by all three of them. So he should be fine. Oh wow, they did.
I wonder how much the mage deals to her, because, like, she's a wyvern, so she theoretically shouldn't have a whole bunch of resistance, but also... Oh! Okay.
That's interesting. Conquest AI, what's going on? You're supposed to be, like, really smart. Passing up a kill for Mozu?
Well, now Mozu is going to counter that sorcerer.
Oh, and you get the support points between the two of them.
Yes. I get the support points
mine.
for both of them. Meanwhile, I'll send Elise down here to start dealing with these guys. Yeah, we'll have her...
I like how Fiora
Wolf go here.
What's her name? Flora. Her name's Flora. That's right. I like how Flora is supposed to be stationary because she has that 7-range staff, and that's what's supposed to make her difficult. But since she doesn't have it anymore, she just kind of sits there.
I mean, she's got a kukri. She's got a kukri, and she has this. She has icy blood.
What is this? Heroes? It's like a paragraph of skill to read.
And we'll bring Odin in, or Niles in, so he can start contributing.
20 damage with a bronze weapon.
Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. I think initially I said I think Elise is going to be weaker in this because the long-term potential of making her a Tome Malignite just doesn't happen. But who fucking needs that when you've got just ridiculous strength? And she's not even a glass cannon, because I was looking at it, I was like 20 strength on Elise. She's a fucking glass cannon. The Wyvern class line actually does a lot to shore up her durability. Like, it is just because she's a fucking troubadour / tactician that she ends up being bad. It's great. I love it.
And I imagine if we made her a Wyvern Lord, it would be even better. Unless we want to go Malignite, but I can't imagine her magic's going to be any good at all because it's going off of her strength stat.
Oh yeah, I mean Malignite is has better skills though. At the very least, I want Trample.
That's right. It gets Savage Blow and Trample. I think Wyvern Lords get like Rally Defense and something else.
Rally Defense and I think a Breaker skill.
They get Swords Breaker,
which is really interesting because that happens with Wyverns in Awakening as well, and I find that kind of interesting because they come from their base class has them specializing in axes. I know that Wyvern Lords can use lances. Holy shit, Effie!
Wow!
Make me want to use you more. Also, Demoiselle.
Ooh, that's a really nice skill to have.
Yeah, because so many of these people are boys. I should have healed from here so that I would have given Arthur Demoiselle.
That's actually one of the reasons why I prefer getting Felicia whenever I'm doing a very serious attempt, just because she starts with that skill as well, and Elise can get it. You can really defense stack your male units that you start with, like Arthur and Silas, and even Haitaka, is that his name? The guy we're getting next chapter?
Haitaka, yes. You want to be careful with defense stacking, though, because if enemies can't deal any damage and they don't have a debuff skill, so like I'm fairly certain, and I'm not an expert at Fucking Mozu getting kills. I am an expert at Mozu getting kills. I'm not an expert at how Conquest AI works. However, to my understanding, she's going off. She has 2 more points of strength than Rolf does.
She doesn't even have her aptitude skill, and she's even still getting good levels.
What a fucking unit. Okay, how do we want to...
But yeah, Conquest, long story short, I think what you're trying to get at is Conquest AI knows that if it can't do damage or debuff you, there's just no point in attacking. They'll just ignore you.
Well, more than that, okay, how's Niles do against these guys? More than that, if their debuff deals, if they do 0 damage and they debuff and get countered, they won't attack you. So like ninjas with knives, if you have like a javelin or something, or like a hand axe, or like if they can only attack an archer from 2 range, they won't go for a debuff that they deal 0 damage and get countered by. I'm pretty sure is how that works. Okay, so this square
that sounds
is in range
like Conquest AI. Conquest AI is crazy.
Okay, so 23 minus 8 is... Niles will have 9 HP left. And then this guy deals 0 damage to Niles. So I can put Niles here safely.
I just realized we don't have someone with Loctut.
I mean, that's not a huge deal. There's no locks on this map.
But I think there's some in the next chapter. I think there's... I know there's 2 chests, or maybe there's...
There's 2 chests. There's a single droppable key. But one of the chests has the brass naginata for Azura, and you can't even use it for forging. So it's like, what's the point? Even if I had one on Mozu, you can't forge them together in Conquest. I do want the brass naginata, but the other one is much more important. It has, like, I think it has the first rescue staff, actually.
It does. It has a rescue staff.
Where do I want to...
But there's no point.
I locked myself out of giving Niles Lily's Poise. Oh, well. I think he'll be fine.
But something else to mention that's different about this game is there's no point in not using a key, because you can't carry keys with you between maps.
Correct.
So there's no reason to not get the Naginata with her.
Well, so there's only 1 key. So if, for example, I didn't have a Lock Touch user, which I will, I'm getting a Lock Touch user next chapter, which might help you figure out what my plans, what part of my plans are for next chapter.
That makes sense. I thought Azura started with the key.
16 plus 5. Okay. So we'll have Mozu kill this fuck. Azura, I think Azura starts with a key, but there's only 1 key. And so if you want to use Azura's key for the brass naginata, you can't use it for the other chest.
Oh, okay. I thought
is the point that I was making. Like, if I didn't have Lock Touch, I would just pass... Ooh!
Okay,
that's unfortunate, but that actually
well
helps Arthur.
You can train up Arthur.
And like some of these units are not long-term units, probably. But at the very least, like I want to get Percy. Oh, Arthur. SN.
Does Arthur only have Ian swords?
Yeah, he has E swords and D lances.
Okay, I think they're backwards for Silas. I think Silas actually has E lances.
Yes, he does, because he can't use the javelin that Effie comes with at base.
And it's really annoying.
How very annoying.
Look at this.
Yeah, I think we do this. For justice!
For justice!
No!
No!
Oh, hit issues. Hit issues.
That was too easy.
Was it,
Too
Elise?
easy.
Hey, we can use the bolt axe now. Because that's definitely
With her
something we
free
want.
magic.
Also, Heartseeker doing work. There's no way he naturally had 100 hit with Thunder. Even against a fighter.
That was good for me.
Oh, Heartseeker is such a fun skill to have. It's so useful. Especially if you stack it on multiple people, you can have like 2 or 3 heart seekers on someone. It's really fun.
I don't think multiple heart seekers actually stack.
Really, I thought they did. Oh, that looks like it'll go well.
Shut. I
Do we
don't
have our
think they do
first-
stack.
Interesting. I really thought they did, but I could definitely be wrong. But I really thought I remember doing it at some point. Maybe I was stacking a different avoidance lowering.
I know that, because in
No.
Awakening, you get, like, Hex plus, the other one, both on Dark
Yeah,
Mage, and
well-
those stack with each other.
Okay, maybe I'm
got
thinking of another
mage?
avoidance lowering skill that I was using. That's a lot of enemies, by the way.
I think we... No, not heal. Pair up.
Awakening
Brings her
is
to
such a
6
smooth...
res... 18, so that's 12 damage to her, plus
Oh,
the dual strike will be,
one of the
9
mages
divided by
has-
2 is 4, so she survives.
One of the mages has the
Malefic
skill that
Aura.
makes
Oh, yeah,
with
she
aura.
dies because of Malefic Aura. Unless, so Lily's Poise will make Malefic Aura only plus 1 damage. I said that's 16, right? She's a 17, isn't she? Oh, okay, so we can't do that.
Doesn't Lily's Poise reduce damage by 3? Or no, it would make it a
No,
minus 1
it's
total. That's what you're
plus
saying.
1 damage and... Oh, it is minus 3. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And Rose's Thorns is the opposite, where it's plus 3 damage, minus 1 taken.
So yeah, then we have Mozu here. Rally her here.
This is the most I've seen Rally skill used in a long time.
I've actually used Rally skill a lot in, for proc skills in Awakening. In
That's a good
particular, like,
point.
Luna, procs off of skill. Okay, so yeah, Odin, or, not,
Yeah, you can take
Niall,
just
I'm
the
gonna
mage.
keep calling Niles Odin by accident.
Because he's a Dark Mage.
And because they
joined in
both
the
joined
exact
this
same
turn.
chapter.
Yeah, we'll go here, like so.
Oh, hey, it's Flora.
Oh yeah, she gets the dual strike. So I guess she did actually kind of pose a threat.
I guess that's it.
I guess that's it.
Niles level up.
All right.
His
got
power
speed.
is growing. Oh shit, no, Odin!
Oh! Dodge twice? Nope.
Let's see what death.
And also that's not Odin, it's Niles. Fuck! Oh,
Odin's in the
fuck,
background.
I'm
This
an
doesn't
idiot.
feel good anymore.
No, this doesn't feel good anymore.
Odin, I don't feel so good.
Fuck. Well, you know what? We're 30 minutes in. We're doing this video in we're doing this chapter in 2 videos. Like, comment, and subscribe for resurrecting Niles from the dead.
And make him feel good again.
Bye-bye.